Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about the one and only reason that your kiddo doesn't listen to you. So people come to me all the time and they think that they have really figured out the reason why their kiddos don't listen, and the reasons that they believe that their kiddo isn't listening lead them to do a lot of ineffective strategies to try to get their kids to listen. So most people come to me and they think the reason why their kids aren't listening is because, oh, maybe there's something more interesting going on. Maybe my child truly didn't hear me. Maybe my child just doesn't respect me or appreciate me at all. Maybe my child is trying to be vindictive and get revenge on me. When I'm working with parents who have neuroatypical kiddos, sometimes parents believe that the reason why their kiddo isn't listening is because of that different challenge that they have. Maybe it could be ADHD, for example, or something like that. And I'm going to tell you all of those reasons why our kiddos don't listen to us is wrong. They are all inaccurate, and they all lead us to parent in ineffective ways to try to solve those problems. The one and only reason that your kiddo doesn't listen to you is because you taught them not to listen to you. Your child is not missing the listening gene. I promise it is possible for them to listen to you, even if they're super young, even if they have those extra challenges like I mentioned. It is possible. The truth is that most typical parenting increases misbehavior. So children make their choices about how they show up because it makes sense to them and it works out for them to make that choice. So if your child is choosing not to listen to you, it's because that works out for them. And if your child is choosing not to listen to you, it's because there's no reason for them to listen to you. There's no poor outcome for not listening to you, and there's no reward for listening to you. So we get into this vicious cycle where we are training our kids to not listen to us. They don't listen, we repeat ourselves. Well, that teaches them that we're going to repeat ourselves. So they're not going to listen even more. And this cycle continues and perpetuates that way of like repeating ourselves. They don't listen, so we repeat ourselves, so they don't listen. And let's be honest, there's a whole nother cycle that's happening at the same time, which is the cycle of us getting increasingly frustrated at being ignored. And that winds up having escalated emotions that result in us yelling at our kids and having a really toxic adversarial dynamic with our children that we don't want to have. And that increased intensity and that constant repetition both go hand in hand at teaching and training our children to ignore us and to not listen to us. So I really want you to know that it doesn't have to be that way. You might be feeling like your choices are to either be that mean parent who gets so angry and starts screaming at your kiddo to get through to them, or just completely throw in the towel and give up and say, screw it, I'm going to do it myself. And I want you to know that those are not your only two choices. It is totally possible for your kiddo to listen to you the first time. I promise. So on April 11th, I am teaching an amazing new forum for learning for y'all. It is not everything that you've experienced in the past about online education and online coaching. It is not a course. It is not a webinar. It is not a workshop. It is not a training. It is the Kids Who Listen roundtable. We're not going to be doing slides. We're not going to be doing lectures. You are going to be coming to this roundtable already prepared in advance by me to bring to the table all of your ideas, awareness of how you've gotten stuck where you are right now, some new ideas about what you want to do differently, all of those amazing things. And I am going to teach you how to break this cycle by using a new response to not listening. So instead of responding to them not listening with more repetition, you're going to be learning new ways to handle that situation so that you break that cycle and you do create that incentive for your kiddos. We all like to think that our kids will make good choices because of some high integrity or morality or values that we want them to have, but that's just not the way kids work. Kids don't develop that kind of level of complex self-awareness and morality until much later in life. When they're young, our kids make choices because it serves them to make that choice. And so we need to learn a new way to respond to their behavior that makes it make sense to them to do the right thing. So check out the link to this roundtable in the video description. I want you to sign up, and I cannot wait to see you soon. Bye, everybody.